Create or edit the rooming list video. This video explains how to create or edit a rooming list in the sponsor portal. You will be able to assign every participant to a room and then organize your rooms. Start by selecting the Room Bus List from the main trip menu. Then select Create Edit Rooming List. Before assigning participants to the rooms, let's review the selections that appear on your main screen. These will allow you to filter your search to find specific groups. Name. Type in any name you wish to search for. This is useful to find any participant that has a specific request. Gender. Most trip sponsors start by assigning all of the students of one gender before moving on to the other gender and later the adults. All the names of males are in blue and females are in pink. Type. This refers to creating a pool of either students or adults by which to assign rooms. You could also choose non-paying, which are normally school staff members who did not pay to attend the trip. All adult names will appear in bold when you print the rooming list. Room type. Quad most often refers to a student who will room with 3 other students. Triple refers to any participant who has made a specific request to room with 2 other participants and has paid more than a quad. Double means 1 participant who will have only 1 roommate. Typically, these are 2 adults, but there are times when the parent is rooming with their own child. Single is anyone who has paid more than the double rate to have their own room. If you notice someone with the incorrect room type, contact your customer service representative to have it corrected. Group. On occasion, we have trips where it has been requested to have participants select a group when registering. This option will only show for schools who have established groups for their trip. Export to Excel. This will convert the data in your portal to appear on an Excel spreadsheet. Print. Here you can print off a copy of the room list. Insert a room. Use this feature when you want to insert a specific room to appear on the list next to another room. You can do so by selecting the green plus symbol to the right of the room. Drop a room. Next to an empty room, select the red minus symbol to the right of the room to remove an empty room. Move a room. Select the blue double arrow symbol to the right of the room and a screen will pop up to move the room. Number of unassigned participants. Participants who still need to be assigned to a room. Room. Room numbers represent the order you have entered. This is not the actual room numbers assigned by the hotel. Room box. Simulates a hotel room. Place participants inside this section. View next 5 rooms, view last 5 rooms. Lets you move forward 5 rooms or go back 5 rooms when searching for rooms you have assigned or to fill more rooms. Only 10 rooms will appear on the screen. Go to room. Enter a room number and it will take you to the specific room you want to view. Number of rooms. Gives the total number of rooms available to assign. This number is what our system allows and can only be changed by contacting Student Adventures to make adjustments. Unassigned participants. This section will have all the names of participants who have yet to be assigned a room. There is a scroll bar on the right-hand side, or put your cursor inside the box to scroll using your mouse. Name block. This block will show all the details of the participant. The participant's full name. Their rooming type, AD, adult double, AS, adult single, SQ, student quad, SD, student double. Shows whether they are an adult or a student, male or female. All male blocks are blue and female blocks are pink. Now that you have familiarized yourself with the main screen, let's assign all of your rooms. Step 1. Assign all students in double rooms. Start by selecting Student for type and Double for room type. Only the names of students who have paid for a double room will appear in the Unassigned Participants section. To select a name from unassigned participants, hold your cursor over the name block. Click and hold the name block until the gray box appears. Then, Drag the name block over to the room box you wish to place the participant in. Your cursor will appear as an arrow. The arrow, not the block itself, must be inside the rooming box to place the participant in a room. If the name block does not appear in the room box, it has been returned to the unassigned participants, most likely because the cursor was not inside the room box. When you assign a student who has paid for a double room, the parent who is traveling on the trip will automatically be assigned to the same room. Step 2. Assign all students to quad rooms. Start by selecting a gender, then student for type, and quad for room type. Only the names of one gender will appear in the unassigned participant section. To select a name from unassigned participants, hold your cursor over the name block, click and drag to room box. It is likely that you will have a total number of students in either or both genders that is not divisible by 4. The system will account for that in the number of rooms allowed. Just assign as many students of the same gender to rooms of 4 that you possibly can. Any student who ends up in a room of 3 by default will not be charged as triples. Repeat steps until all students have been assigned to a room. Step 3. Assign all adults to rooms. Start by selecting Adults in Type and Single for Room Type. Only the names of adults who purchased a single room will appear in the unassigned participant section. To select a name from unassigned participants, hold your cursor over the name block, click and drag to room box. Next, select a gender, then adult for type, and double for room type. Only the names of one gender will appear in the unassigned participant section. To select a name from unassigned participants, hold your cursor over the name block, click and drag to room box. Repeat steps until all adults are assigned a room. When assigning adult rooms, you may have certain chaperones you want placed next to specific students. For example, you may want to put Mrs. Smith next to her daughter's room number 3. You will need to add a room box after room number 3 by selecting the green plus symbol next to the daughter's room. A pop-up window will assist you in adding a new room box. Then assign Mrs. Smith to room 4. If you have already assigned Mrs. Smith to room number 11, you can move the room by clicking on the blue arrows next to Mrs. Smith's room box. A pop-up window will assist you in moving her room next to her daughter's room number 3. Once you have correctly assigned all your rooms and organized the room numbers, select the button Continue to Step 2. This will take you to the bus list editor. This concludes our video on creating the rooming list.